Yay! So good
Yay.
afternoon, everyone. Let me go back to our first slide. Sorry, I was running through this. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to weekly webinars. If you've not yet signed in, please do so now. I'm actually going to escape real quick and copy that URL for you so that you are able to sign in with a click of a button. I'm also going to walk you through how. Oh, hold on. We have an echo. Sorry about that. So if you're at the weekly webinars website, you can refresh that because then you'll have the play button. So you can hit that play button. You'll be able to see everything live. But if you click that YouTube link down at the bottom right, it will take you to the YouTube website, which it did on my other screen. It will enable you to see and hear everything, but not only that, if it loads, you'll have a chat on the right side of the screen to be able to participate in discussions. So I'm guessing I moved it right in the middle, so it didn't like that. So hopefully it should load. If you're also having issues with it loading, you need to make sure you are signed into Discovery Education in order for it to work. So hopefully that helps you. I will also put that URL in the chat screen as well. So hopefully that between those two, we should be good to go. Oh, also, let me just get you back here one more time. There we go. In the bottom right corner, you're going to see this gear. So here's that chat screen. Here's the link. And of course, I copied over this link. So let me just, copy. We'll go back to here and I'll paste that in here for you. But also in YouTube, if you want to see this clearly, go to the bottom right corner where it's the settings gear, go to quality and make it 720p. That will allow you to see everything clearly. So hopefully that helps. Oops, we need that over there. Sorry about that. So happy Tuesday, everybody. My name is Melissa Matthews, and I am here with the beautiful
Patty Duncan. Sorry, I didn't realize that was the setup. Hi, I'm Patty Duncan. I'm a manager of partner engagement activation for Discovery Education. Happy Tuesday.
Okay. So before we get started here, I can't hear you, Patty, so I'm just pretending like I can. We want to know what your favorite thing in Discovery Education is. So now that I've taught you how to get to that chat box, please go ahead over there and type in your favorite thing in Discovery Education. And Patty, just so you're aware, there is about a 5-second delay from what we speak to what they hear. So when we ask them to do live interaction, we are going to have to give them that 5 seconds to type their answers and chime right in. So we will do that. And so as they type in those chat features, we can just keep going. So I'm going to turn it over to Patty. She's going to go live with you, and she's going to go ahead and share her screen, probably, I assume, and teach us all about Discovery Education.
Well, good morning, everyone. I hope that you can hear me. I am very happy to be with you today, and I am looking forward to sharing some great Discovery Education gems with you. So when we talk about Discovery Education gems, I think that there is a variety of different ways to go about it. In particular, it depends on, what you do and do not know about your Discovery Education account. So a lot of folks will come into Discovery Education and not necessarily realize that they have some really excellent feeds here on the front page that invites them to some amazing experiences. So right now we're celebrating International Women's Day, and there are specific set of resources for International Women's Day right here on your main page. So you don't even have to go very far. I'm actually, now that I think about it, no, that's all right. I'm okay. So actually, as I scroll down, you'll see the International Women's Day resources. You can explore those. Here's a brand new resource. We just started this partnership with Cheddar at the beginning of the year. And so you may not have caught on with what Cheddar is. So Cheddar K-12 is a daily news feed of tech news. So if you are at all interested in, what's going on in the world of technology, you can check out this Cheddar news brief that will be different every day, and it will tell you what's going on in the world of technology, and in particular technology and business. And it's a really great way to discuss up and coming uses of technology with your students, right? What do they need to know about technology, and where is it impacting them on their daily life? So you see that Google has new gaming hardware. There's they're talking about, Netflix has this ongoing issue of people pirating their materials as well as sharing usernames and passwords, and then something about healthy fats and so on and so on. So it's a really great resource, about 2.5 minutes long at this particular episode. I can open the instructional guide, and you see there's an introduction here to what Cheddar K-12 is. You can see where some good integration in the language arts and the social studies, business and finance and marketing, as well as some very specific connections to our 4Cs, to things like defining a problem, doing some critical thinking, looking at vocabulary, making predictions, taking a perspective, and things like that. And then some very more specific instructional strategies on how to use or let Cheddar launch an activity such as creating a video or a podcast, being a conduct of primary research, and so on. As we go down, you see there's no shortage of ideas of ways to use this Cheddar broadcast in your students. In your classes with your students, rather. So that's the Cheddar resource, which is going to be right there on your main feed. And then you can see all of the other episodes down here in this feed here, more in this series, more like this. So you're going to get that again from your My DE page. So over here on the left, if you've not been in a while, your navigation's on the left now, and you're going to get the Cheddar daily pushed here to you. Or actually, I think it's weekly, not daily. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of something else. And then additional resources as we scroll down. So just make sure that you check out all of the different things in this feed, as well as the global news, right? Because the global news, again, is going to be current events, weekly updates of something important that's going on in the world. So when we talk about hidden gems, it's not so hidden. It's right there on your front page. But I do think that a lot of folks don't realize that they have these resources here. In addition, over here, in addition to the wonderful opportunities that Melissa provides for you in your weekly webinars, Discovery Education also offers webinars, integration tips, DNSI fact information, Google Classroom and Discovery Education. So there's all kinds of different webinars over here that you could be doing. Now, another thing when we talk about hidden gems is the different resources that you might have access to. I think most folks know that if they go into their streaming homepage and they scroll down, they're going to see lots of video content and the like. And in these feeds of our current activity, new this month, and as well as what's trending in the different fields, right? And you can also do your drill down. So you can go in by topic and, grab a topic. So I can say science because it's my favorite. And I can go into, say, physical science and grades 6 through 8, and I can look at the content collection, or I can look at all the resources. I think most people know that. But I also wonder how many people explore all the different kinds of resources. So I'm just going to do a magnifying search. I didn't put a keyword in. And for the purposes of this, I'm going to stay with DE streaming. And so there's about 184,000 resources. And these categories up here help us filter even further. I'm going to ignore videos because I think everyone knows of the excellent video content that Discovery Education has. But I'm going to jump over here to things like audio and images and interactives and the like. So images, you have like 25,000 safe vetted images. And one little thing that a lot of folks may not know about their images, when you open the image, you do have the capacity to share it and add it to your quick list and all of those other great tools that you have. But if you preview it large and open it up in its own window, that little magnifying glass is going to allow you to zoom in. So I can really look at this trilobite and I can look at the details. I can even zoom back out and ask students, like I can zoom into just a little piece here and ask students, what is that? And I can guarantee that you're going to have students say that that's a dried piece of like dog poop or something, right? But it's not. It's a trilobite. So let's zoom out and look at it and talk about it and things like that. So zooming in and out of the images is a really great idea that a lot of folks are not aware that they can do. So I'm going to just go back here for a second and switch over to the audio category. And in audio in particular, I want to talk about audiobooks, right? So if I check off audiobook, you're going to see there's about 1,000 audiobooks in Streaming Plus in all kinds of different genres, if you will, and age ranges. I didn't pick an age, but you can see we've got Goosebumps and Clifford's Birthday Party and the like. And if I open up one of the audiobooks, you can see it plays just like a streaming video, but we can also download it. And I think that download is a really important feature because for those students who have a
Chapter 16
specific need of, listening on their devices, you can download it as an MP3 file and put it on their devices, on their phones, on whatever, and listen to this book as they're doing other things, or as they're on the bus or whatever. Or you could offer this book. It's an hour and 13 minutes long. This is part 2 of this book, number 11, and you can offer this up as silent reading while they're actually reading the book, right? So Goosebumps is not a hard book to get. We've also got The Hunger Games, Chasing Lincoln's Killer, and so on, Cinderella. So all kinds of different games that students might be interested in. Books that students might be interested in that they could read along with as they are listening. So that's a really great literacy strategy. I would also point out under audio, one of my favorite resources is the podcasts. So these are amazing podcasts, things like Stuff You Should Know and Stuff You Should Have Paid Attention to in History Class. And what these allow you to do, again, is kind of allow students to get the gist of what do we mean by a podcast. So if you pair this with that Cheddar activity that I showed you earlier, and you show them or you play for them this podcast, this is a great introduction to a bigger project on podcasting that you may want them to do. So these are a great way not only to share information, not only to share content, but they're also really great ways of helping your students understand what do we mean by a podcast. So I know there in your school district, a lot of people are doing some great things with projects in the tech realm, if you will, and podcasting can just be one of those projects. So that's a really great resource. And then you've also, of course, got all of your songs and sound effects. And in particular, in songs, I want to point out to you that a lot of the songs, you see the little related materials. And so whenever you see this little banner that says related materials, when you open that particular resource up, you're going to find that it has song lyrics, teacher guides, and things like that. So anytime you're specifically looking for a resource that has related materials, you can also filter, right? You can come down and you can find the ones that have related materials. So I can check off songs and related materials and just get the ones that I know have lyrics. Now, why might that be important? Because a lot of times a really great way to utilize a song is to open up the lyrics and print it out and give it to the students and do a closed reading of the lyrics before you even play the song. Ask them, what do you think this title means? What do you think this line means? Or can you interpret these lyrics and tell me what this has to do with what we're learning? You know, that kind of thing. And so those are really nice little gems that folks don't realize they can do besides just playing the song. Right? And Lodge McCammon in particular, if you teach middle school or high school, if you just search the keyword Lodge and check off song, and you don't really even have to. A lot of his songs, many of them, in fact, not only have lyrics, but also have what we call teacher guides. So I'll bring up one that I know for sure has one. So this is the song Backup. When I pull up the song Backup, you see there's a lyrics and a teacher's guide. And the teacher's guide for this not only has the lyrics, as a lot of the other songs do, but as I scroll down, it's got this great sheet of questions that go along with the lyrics to the song. So it's kind of like a guided note taking. The answers to all of these questions aren't in the song, but the stanzas of the song lead us to be able to elaborate more upon the scientific process and fill in these blanks for the students. So give 2 examples of how sound will travel through 2 different types of mediums. That's not necessarily being explained in the lyric, but the lyric talks about how sound travels, and so that allows us to elaborate on that concept. And so the teacher's guide. And the other thing that I always tell folks about that teacher's guide, maybe you want to use a song that doesn't have a teacher's guide, or you don't teach middle school or high school, so you can't use the Lodge song at all. But if you go into the Lodge teacher's guide and you see the structure of how he does it, you can easily design your own to fit your own needs. So I like that as well. All right, I'm going to jump back to my main search. Again, remember that I just was doing a no keyword, click on the magnifying glass search, and I was looking at audio, but now I want to jump over here to interactives because this is one of my favorite categories. So interactives fall into a variety of categories: explorations, fundamentals, games, integrated science simulations, interactive maps, investigations. And in particular, I want to check off games because I think that this is one of our really underutilized resources. And one of the things about the games that I want to point out is that these are not necessarily, although they could be, they're not necessarily resources that you stick a kid on the computer and say, go play a game, although they could be. But a lot of them are ones that you can do whole group, that you can do in small groups, and as a teaching tool. So one of my favorites for that is the What Do You Know quiz show. If you've not seen the What Do You Know quiz show, there are tons of them. So if I go in here to the What Do You Know quiz show now, it's going to say I have a missing plugin because I'm on Adobe on Safari, and it's going to ask me to download Flash. So let me just switch over to my Chrome browser really quickly, if I can. There we go. Oh my goodness, I got multiple.
I think we lost Patty. She's no longer on the Hangout, so maybe she'll join back in. If not, we'll just talk about homework. while we're waiting. Sorry for the, I have my earbuds in and I'm hearing myself. So it kind of made me jump a little. Anyway, your homework, you need to be here in attendance. So we know that. You need to take a screenshot of your implementation homework. So basically anything Patty taught you. And it's funny because I felt like Patty would know the program so much better than me. And she basically shared everything I would have shared. So I love Patty. Patty is phenomenal. If you are familiar with the Magic School Bus, actually that's someone else, but she's phenomenal. She does these hands-on science experiments and they're just so amazing and so much fun, and she's awesome. So anyway, back to this implementation homework. I need you to take a screenshot of something you learned in this webinar and upload it to ELM. You also need to take that one survey for the entire semester. All your homework this time, starting today on, or actually last week on, is due May 25th. If you look in the chat window, I did update that the sign-in. So please make sure that you sign in the correct sign-in sheet. I would appreciate that. Also, our next webinar is April 2nd. So we have 2 weeks off. Next week is spring break. The week after that is our tech conference. And so March 25th. So we skipped the Tuesday because we thought we'd be exhausted after Monday. And April 2nd is our Google Maps and virtual field trip. So hopefully you'll come and join us for that. I've already started planning it. I think it's going to be fun. Also, if you don't mind, please, let's see. Please go ahead and complete that ed tech evaluation for us. That basically tells us if you're using what you're learning and how so. So that's good. Erica wrote, good morning. Are the ones before is due March 12th, Erica, not the 17th, but March 12th. So that is today. So March 12th. And let me just write that. So it is due March 12th. Okay. And I think that's all for today. We're going to end a little bit early because she popped off. The only thing, let's see if there's anything that I want to share with you about Discovery before she pops off. I wanted to share that there's almost every children book. In here, there's like 150 children books, not every, but like the classics. They're all in here and they're phenomenal. The other thing that I absolutely love for math, they're called math explanations. So math explanations, and let's narrow it down to videos maybe. Let's see if I can find it. We'll do grid view. I want it to be, it used to be like an actual topic. So if you guys are familiar with nutshell math, basically what it is, while I flip through and see if I can find any, is maybe it's math explanation. Nope. Please map. I don't know. But basically they are, Math Monsters was cute. Let's jump to 7. A teacher using a whiteboard explaining a math concept. However, if we can't find it, I guess it's not very helpful, huh? It's very similar to what they offer in Khan Academy, but it's already built into here. Oh, we'll have to find it and share it with you later. But they are phenomenal. They walk you through step by step whatever math skill you want. So let's do 2-digit subtraction and see what happens. Oh, and it's not showing me. So yeah, I guess we're just going to skip for right now. Sorry. Patty was doing a better job, apparently. So I guess that's all for today. Any questions, please go ahead and write them in the chat window. Otherwise, we're repeating this at 3 p.m. today. So if you'd like to join us, you're welcome to, or maybe tell your friends how awesome it was and have them join us. Hopefully we won't lose Patty the next time. And have a wonderful Tuesday, and we'll see you April 2nd. Have a great day.